Hello, everybody. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel for today's broadcast of the September 1st game from 1949 on my Boston Red Sox uh, PC replay baseball season replay for the year 1949. It's nice to be back on the air after taking a 3-week break from both the 1917 and 1949 seasons in order that I finish up the Field of Dreams season 4 and Field of Dreams getting them going in season 5. So I appreciate you guys. Anybody coming back? I hope I didn't lose too many people following these seasons that I do for the Red Sox. For those of you who might be new, the purpose of this channel and what I do in our hobby is that I try to replay the Boston Red Sox history in years that they came close to winning and lost. The Red Sox have a long history of coming close and losing, so I have a lot of seasons to choose from. Last year, I replayed 5 different seasons. One of them was successful, the 1967 season, where we won the pennant, as they did in 67, but this time won the World Series against the San Francisco Giants, not the St. Louis Cardinals. But nonetheless, we did win the World Series. 1949, the Red Sox came as close as ever. They entered Yankee Stadium with 2 days left to go in the season with a 1-game lead. Just had to win one of 2 games to win the American League pennant. And they lost them both to the Yankees, which they made a habit of doing in those days, and lost the American League pennant by a game and did not face the Brooklyn Dodgers in the World Series. 1949 was an interesting year. Soviets tested an atom bomb for the first time. There was a Berlin airlift that ended a Soviet blockade of the city of Berlin. In the United States, 11 U.S. communist leaders were found guilty of treason. And what other hot things happened in 1949? Let's see. I get my information from the baseball timeline. In history, Jackie Robinson, Don Newcomb, Roy Campanella, Larry Doby, the first African Americans to appear in a Major League All-Star game. Joe and Dominic DiMaggio, the first brothers to hit safely in an All-Star game, do it again. Each has a single and a double in 4 at-bats. We will touch on some history items as we go on and go along throughout the season. The game and the rest of the season. And we'll touch base with some interesting facts about baseball and history. But for right now, let's review where we stand in baseball on September 1st, 1949, in my replay. In the American League, the Red Sox are 83-45, 6 games up on the Yankees. And like I said, as you can see on the screen on the far right, they lost the pennant that year by 1 game. Cleveland, who finished 3rd in real life, is also 3rd in this game. In the National League, Brooklyn, who won their league by a game in 1949, has a 5.5 game lead over St. Louis, who finished 2nd, but they are 5.5 games out. They lost by 1 game in 1949 also. All right, let's see today's schedule and take a look at today's games. We will auto-play everything except the Red Sox game, and we will then play the Red Sox game. Philadelphia at Cleveland. Cleveland wins 4-3. Yankees, trying to keep pace with the Red Sox, are at St. Louis. And St. Louis upsets the Yankees 6-3. Kennedy over Byrne in that particular game. Washington and Chicago. Washington 9-5 victors. Cincinnati at Brooklyn. Brooklyn leading by 5.5 games. They lose today to Cincinnati 9-7. We have a doubleheader there. Let's see what they do in game 2. Cincinnati beats Brooklyn twice on the road in Brooklyn. 9-7 game 1, 5-1 in game 2. The Boston Braves here also playing in the National League beat Chicago Cubs 3-0. Pittsburgh Pirates 3-2 over the New York Giants. And the final game we're going to autoplay, St. Louis and Philadelphia. St. Louis in second place, chasing Brooklyn, and they didn't make up any ground because the Phillies beat them 6-1. Jeff Hunter comes by. Hi, Jeff. Nice to see you on a holiday weekend. Hope you're having a good time because we're right now on our way to Briggs Stadium in Detroit, September 1st, 1949. I play these games as played, so the lineups will be automatically put in. There's the Boston lineup. There's the Detroit lineup. And we're going to go down to the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we invite you to rise and please sing as John Kiley plays our national anthem.
For those of you who follow my broadcasts, you will know that is John Kiley from Fenway Park in Boston. When I was a young man, I would hear him play that all the time. He played it in the 60s and 70s. Excuse me. Then I moved away, and that was the end of me hearing John Kiley. But I always get great memories when I'm listening to him do the national anthem. Let's go down to the field.
Replay Radio is live from Detroit. Top of the first.
Here we go. The lineups for the visiting Boston Red Sox has Dom DiMaggio batting first and center, Johnny Pesky batting second. Third base, Ted Williams hitting third and left field. Vern Stevens at short hitting cleanup. Hitting fifth, Bobby Doerr at second. Sixth, Al Zarilla from the St. Louis Browns in right field. Billy Goodman, first base, hitting seventh. Bernie Tebbetts catching, hitting eighth. And Mel Parnell, the ace of the staff, pitching and batting ninth. In the field for Detroit, Mullen, Evers, and Wirtz. In the outfield, left to right. Infield, left to right. Kell, Lake, Berry, Callaway. Robinson catching. Art Houtman pitching, who's 9-8 on the season. And Dom DiMaggio steps in. The first pitch. Ground ball to Kell. It's a bunt. Got to roll the dice. If it's above a 2, it's a single. If it's one or two, it's a single. If it's above 2, it's an out. He is out. Dom DiMaggio fails on his attempted bunt.
1 out, base is empty.
For those of you who have not watched one of these broadcasts using PC Replay Baseball, as JC Sports Replays stops it, good afternoon. Sometimes it's difficult to do play-by-play with PC Replay Baseball. I love PC Replay Baseball. It is a direct port of the cards and dice game. It gives you the cards and dice feel, and it's visually pleasing on a YouTube broadcast, so I enjoy using the game. However, play-by-play sometimes is disjointed because sometimes you get a result with one dice roll, sometimes you need 2, sometimes you need 3 or 4, so it doesn't always run smoothly, but it runs well, and the stats are great, and that's why I like it. Johnny Pesky stepping in. Facing Houtman, he's the delivery. Ground ball to short. Lake to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down, and Ted Williams coming to that.
2 outs, base is empty.
Williams, 24 home runs, 130 RBIs, batting .356 on the season. We have a rare play, so here it comes. Here's one of those 2 or 3 or 4 rolls. Dribble it to the mound. We now are going to roll again to see how fast the batter is. And it's a base hit for Ted Williams. He's fast, but not that fast, but he got the roll.
2 outs, men on first.
Williams on first with a hit. Vern Stevens, 29 home runs, 150 runs batted in, an incredible number, hitting .277. Houtman delivers. We have a ballpark effect. This will be a second roll of the dice. Anything above 44 is a base hit. Fly ball, right field. Wirtz has it. The inning is over. We head
1 hit and 1 left on.
We head to the bottom of the first. Boston, nothing. Detroit coming to bat.
Bottom of the first.
Lineup for the Tigers, 62 and 68. They're 5th in the American League. Lake at short, batting first. Callaway at first, batting second. Mullen in left, batting third. Vic Wirtz in right field for Detroit. He will, in the early 60s, play first base for the Boston Red Sox. Kell at third, batting fifth. Evers in center. 6th, batting 7th. Berry batting 8th. Robinson and doing the catching. Berry's at second base, by the way. And Al Houtman batting 9th and doing the pitching. Mel Parnell pitched 231 innings in 1949 in the replay so far, only allowed 197 hits. In a hitter's era, that's a remarkable statistic. 2.06 ERA for Mel Parnell. He faces Lake, who pops it up to third. Pesky puts it away.
1 out, base is empty.
Don Callaway. Callaway hitting 287, not much power, but a good average. The pitch.
2 outs, base is empty.
And Parnell to face the number 3 hitter, Pat Mullen. Mullen, 244, 11 home runs. He walks him. Detroit with the first base runner of the day.
2 outs, men on first.
Vic Wirtz, 28 home runs, 114 runs batted in, 326. He is their best hitter. The pitch. Innings over.
No runs, no hits, and 1 left on.
We go to the top of the second.
Top of the second.
No score. Dorr, Zarilla, and Goodman to face Houtman. Line drive to second, 1 down.
1 out, base is empty.
Al Zarilla, 15 home runs, 86 runs batted in, a respectable 295. Ground ball to third. He's out at first.
2 outs, base is empty.
And Billy Goodman, a 306 hitter here in 1949 replay. No home runs. That's why he's batting down in the order. But he hits a ground ball to second. He's out at first. 1, 2, 3.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3.
We go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Bottom of the second.
Bottom of the second inning, we'll see Kell, Evers, and Berry come to the plate. I'm going to go with Evers. The pitch to Kell.
1 out, base is empty.
Mel Parnell to face Hoot Evers. Rare play. We've got to have a couple more rolls here. Dribble it to the mound. Let's see how fast he is. He's a 4. He's pretty quick. Base hit.
1 out, men on first.
We have 2 infield hits today in the game, one for the Red Sox, one for the Tigers, one out, one on. Neil Berry hitting a 176 coming to the plate. Parnell delivers. He pops it up to Pesky. He's going to put it away.
2 outs, men on first.
Evers takes his lead. Aaron Robinson hitting 287. Steps into the left side. The pitch from the left-hander. Ground ball to third. It's a possible infield single. We're going to have an umpire decide this one. 2 through 5, he's safe. He's out at first base as Pesky makes a great throw.
1 hit and 1 left on.
We head to the top of the third. Still no score.
Top of the third.
I've enjoyed coming back to YouTube after a 3-week break to complete our Field of Dreams Season 4 and get Season 5 underway. But it's fun getting back to these replays of mine, which I enjoy. Funny statistic about the rules. Let's see what the timeline says about the rules. Major League owners approved the installation of warning tracks around the outfield. So prior to 1949, there were no warning tracks in baseball. In all the ballparks, they were to cut down on the growing incidence of players crashing into the fences in the outfield. You still see some of those crashes, but 49 was the first year that warning tracks were instituted in Major League Baseball. Bertie Tebbetts, Mel Parnell, and DiMaggio to face Houtman. Bertie Tebbetts, catcher for the Red Sox, Indians, becomes a Major League manager at the end of his career. Ground ball, back to the mound. Over to first.
1 out, base is empty.
Mel Parnell, a pretty good hitter, hits 298. For a pitcher, I'd say that's quite good. The pitch. He hits a fly ball to center.
2 outs, base is empty.
2 down. Dom DiMaggio, 341 season, having a good year, 10 home runs, 60 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. And it's hit to short. Lake up with it, throws to first.
Quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
We head to the bottom of the third, still no score. Houtman, the pitcher, and then the top of the order, Lake and Callaway to face Mel Parnell. Al Houtman's going to bat. We're not going to force a pinch hitter, and there is a base hit to left field. Pitcher gets a hit off the pitcher.
No outs, men on first.
Houtman takes his lead. Parnell gets his sign. Lake grounded to third. It popped up to third his first time. Here's the pitch. 1 down.
1 out, men on first.
Runner still on first. Don Callaway, who struck out his first time up. Parnell checks on the runner, delivers. Comebacker to the mound. Throws for the force out. We're going to find out about the double play. Let's find out. Anything above 3, it's a double play. There it is. Innings over.
No runs, 1 hit, and none left on.
Love these cards and dice games.
Top of the fourth.
Top of the fourth, no score. Red Sox will send up Pesky, Williams, and Stevens. Pesky grounded to short his first time up. Houtman delivers. Base hit to center field. Johnny Pesky on first.
No outs, men on first.
Up till a few years ago when Johnny Pesky had passed away, I never remember the Red Sox where Pesky didn't have a uniform on. He had a long, long career in baseball, most of it with the Red Sox. He also played here in Detroit. Ted Williams singled his last time up, one of those infield hits. Pesky on first. Houtman delivers. Ball hit to second. It's going to be a tailor-made double play, short to first.
2 outs, base is empty.
Quick 2 outs. Vern Stevens flied to right. last time. And he hits it to third. This time, Kell over to first. A quick inning.
No runs, 1 hit, and none left on. Bottom of the fourth.
Bottom of the fourth, no score. Mullen, Mertz, and Kell to face Pesky. We have to roll one more die. It's either a base hit or a home run. It is a base hit to right field for Mullen.
No outs, men on first.
I don't know if anyone other than me knows this. I'm sure someone knows it because I heard it from somebody. But PC Replay Baseball was basically designed based on the APA Master Game. They needed an easier form of playing the game, and someone came up with this. And because of that, as you see, there's an automatic steal just like an APA, and we're going to have to push that button. If it's a 44 or above, it's a stolen base. If it's 43 or below, runner holds. Stolen base, Mullins on second.
No outs, men on second.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Vic Wertz at the plate, struck out his first time. And there's a deep fly ball. Williams backing up, puts it away.
1 out, men on second.
Runner remains on second base for George Kell, who struck out his first time up. Kell having a good year, hitting .340. 26 requires another roll because it's a line drive into the outfield. We're going to find out how much range Al Zarilla has. And he's got enough range to catch this one. Runner is going to tag and go to third. 2 away, runner on third.
2 outs, men on third.
Hoot Evers singled his first time up. Parnell delivers. And he was careful to the good hitting Evers, runner on first and third.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Facing Neil Berry a little easier at 175 than Evers was at 320. We are going to have a base action play. What that is a wild pitch, pass ball, balk, pickoff, or nothing. It is a 42, which is a 6. You add those together, it is nothing. Pitch is in the dirt.
2 outs, men on first and third.
It's blocked, no advance. Here's the roll. Ground ball back to the mound. Parnell underhands it to
No
first.
Runs, 1 hit, and 2 left on.
We head to the top of the fifth. No score.
Top of the fifth.
Game moving right along here in the top of the fifth. Dorr, Zarilla, and Goodman to bat. Dorr lined out his first time up. And he hits it to short. Over to first, Lake to Callaway for the out.
1 out, base is empty.
Al Houtman to face Al Zarilla. Zarilla grounded to third. Ball hit to short again. Lake easy throw. 2 quick outs here in the top of the fifth.
2 outs, base is empty.
And Billy Goodman grounded to second. His first at bat. He's going to walk. Runner goes to first.
2 outs, men on first.
Goodman, a fairly good runner, and the base action play pops up again. 44 is a wild pitch, but we have another roll. It's a wild pitch only if it's a 6, if it's a 1 through 5. Houtman obviously did not throw too many wild pitches. It's a 3.
2 outs, men on first.
Houtman looks into Tebbets, delivers. Ball hit to first. He's going to take it unassisted to end the inning.
No hits and 1 left on.
We head to the bottom of the fifth. Halfway through, there's no score.
Bottom of the fifth.
Robertson, Houtman in the top of the lineup. Blake to face Mel Parnell, who's breezing right along. Detroit, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. The Red Sox, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. We have a pitcher's duel. The pitch to Robertson, it's popped up to third. Pesky puts it away.
1 out, bases empty.
Al Houtman singled his first time up for one of the 3 Detroit hits. Base hit to left. Houtman's the hitting star of the game.
1 out, men on first.
His average gets raised to 246. I'm impressed. I don't know about you. Houtman at first, a slow runner. Eddie Lake hitting 212. He popped up to third and struck out today so far. Eddie Lake's going to hit and run.
It's a hit and run.
And there's a ground rule double as it hits the warning track and bounces over the center field fence. Runner Houtman will have to be stopped at third, and the Red Sox catch a break. Had that ball hit the wall and not bounced over the fence, Houtman would have scored on that play, but the Red Sox now have runners on second and third. Detroit have runners on second and third. The Red Sox, with 1 out, are in a little bit of trouble.
1 out, men on second and third.
Parnell to face Don Callaway, grounded into a double play his last time up, struck out his first time up, 286 hitter. Parnell looks at him and throws. Ground ball back to the mound. They're going to throw to first. Run is going to score.
This season.
And Detroit takes a 1-0 lead.
2 outs, men on third.
Parnell looks at Mullen, who is walked in single today. The pitch. Ball hit to second. Over to first. The Red Sox end the inning.
2 hits and 1 left on.
But not before the Tigers score first, lead the game after 5, 1-0.
Top of the 6th.
As we enter the top of the 6th inning, let me take another break here and see if there's any interesting facts we see in the baseball timeline. Well, we don't have anything for September 1st. The first entry is September 13th, 1949. Ralph Kiner of the Pirates homers in his first 2 at-bats on the day. Kiner had 2 home runs in his last game on September 11th in his final plate appearances, tying him for the major league record with 4 consecutive home runs. It is the second time in his career that Kiner has hit 4 home runs in a row. The first was in 1947. NBC in 1949 airs The Ballads of Satchel Paige, also known as Destination Freedom. Don't know what that means. And finally, in league news in 1949, Commissioner Happy Chandler sells the radio and television rights to the World Series to the Gillette Safety Razor Company for a grand total of $1 million. Must have been big back then. Now, a commercial costs $1 million in the World Series, if not more. Top of the 6th inning, Houtman, who's only allowed 2 hits today, will face Parnell, and then the top of the order, DiMaggio and Pesky. Parnell flied to center his first time up, and he's going to hit it to shortstop over to first for the out.
1 out, bases empty.
Dom DiMaggio, the leadoff hitter, grounded to third, grounded to short. Here's the pitch. And he flies to right. Wirtz puts it away for the out.
2 outs, bases empty.
And Johnny Pesky's, who's grounded to short and singled. Houtman's delivery. Ground ball to second. Over to first. Quick 1-2-3 inning.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
I just said that. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 1-0 Detroit.
Bottom of the 6th.
Doug sniffing comes by. Go Sox. I'm with you. Dog sniffing. Oh, Doug. Sorry about that. Dog sniffing means a lot. It's a lot different meaning than Doug sniffing. Here we go. Bottom of the sixth inning. Vortz, Kell, and Evers. Vortz struck out, fly to left. Fly ball to center. He puts it away.
1 out, bases empty.
George Kell struck out, fly to right. Parnell delivers. And there's a line drive down the right field line. That ball's into the corner. Zarilla digs it out, picks it up, throws it in. Kell glides into second base with a double. And for the second inning in a row, Detroit has a runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs.
1 out, man on second.
Hoot Evers singled and walked. Evers hitting .320. Red Sox in a little trouble again, second inning in a row. Parnell checks the runner at second, delivers. And he hits a fly ball to left. Williams is going to put it away.
2 outs, man on second.
With 2 outs, Neil Berry, 175 hitters, popped to third, grounded back to the mound his last time up. Parnell checks Kell, and here's the pitch. Line drive right to Pesky at third base. Inning
No
over.
runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
At the end of 6, Tigers still lead the Red Sox 1-0.
Top of the 7th.
7th inning will find the Red Sox sending up the heart of the order, Williams, Stevens, and Dorr. So far, this powerful Red Sox lineup, who find themselves in first place in the American League, has been totally shut down by Houtman. Houtman so far has pitched 6 innings, allowed 2 hits, hasn't struck out anybody, he's only walked 1. Williams, who singled and grounded into a double play, steps in, batting .357. And he's going to pop it up to third. Kell's going to take it in foul territory.
1 out, bases empty.
Stevens coming up. He's flied to right, grounded to third. Average a little lower than usual at 276, but the power numbers are there. 29 home runs, 150 runs batted in. The pitch. Looks like Houtman's day.
2 outs, bases empty.
In case you're wondering, if you haven't played the game before, 10 is the number of batters he's got left to face. And since there's only a little over 2 innings to go, Houtman's got a great shot at a complete game. By the way, if that 10 runs out, they do a special roll to see if he gets extra batters. The pitch, ground ball to second. Dorr thrown out at first. Easy 1-2-3 inning.
1, 2, 3.
We head to the top of the 7th, still 1-0 Detroit.
Bottom of the 7th.
Bottom of the 7th, sorry. Here we go as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Detroit leading the Red Sox 1-0. Mel Parnell pitching a good game, but he has been outpitched by Houtman. Houtman going after, I believe, his 10th victory. Parnell going after his 20th. The Red Sox, they're going to have to do something in those last 2 innings if that is to change. Aaron Robinson's grounded to third and popped to third. Parnell delivers. Walks him.
No outs, men on first.
Parnell today pitched 6 innings, allowed 6 hits, 1 run, struck out 4. He's walked 3. Al Houtman, not only has he pitched a shutout, he owns 2 of the 6 Detroit hits. Here's the pitch. Going to be a hit and run with the pitcher. This is impressive. He flies to center field for the out.
1 out, men on first.
Robinson still at first. Eddie Lake steps in, popped to third, struck out, and hit a ground rule double the last time. Base hit to left field. Lake having a good day. Robinson, is he going to hold? He's going to hold at second base. Tigers, for the 3rd inning in a row, have some action on the base pass.
1 out, men on first and second.
Don Calloway struck out, grounded into a double play, and grounded back to the mound in his last time at bat. Parnell checks both runners. Here's the pitch. Ball hit to second. It's a base hit as it bounces off Bobby Doerr's glove. Official score
1 out, bases loaded.
marks that as a base hit. Parnell in deep trouble now. 1 out, bases loaded. Infield playing halfway for the double play. Parnell to face Mullen, who's walked, singled, and grounded to second. They could sure use a ground ball to second now. The pitch. Ball hit to second. Possible double play. We're going to see the pivot. The pivot chart is real simple. 1 to 5 is a double play. Vern Stevens is good at this. And the Red Sox turn a double play.
Second double play turn today.
Once again, a
2
reason
runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on.
a reason why I like these cards and dice games. You know exactly what happens, and you know why it happens. You know that Vern Stevens makes a pivot. If his pivot was less than 5, and that number was more than the pivot number, he wouldn't have been able to make it, and a run would have scored.
Top of the 8th.
Red Sox have 6 outs to get a run. Doug, I am a big fan of 1949, only because it is one of those years that the Red Sox came into Yankee Stadium with an opportunity of winning the American League pennant and blew it. Now, I was born in 1951, so 1949 was not a year I remember, of course. But I remember 67, 75. I remember 72. I remember 86. I remember 2003. I remember tons of Red Sox disappointments like 1949. And one of the reasons I started to play sports simulation games is to try to turn those seasons around. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to turn 1949 around and win the World Series, at least in my mind. The Red Sox send up Cirilla, Goodman, and Tebbets to face Houtman, pitching a great game. Base hit to center field. Cirilla rounds first. Goes back to the bag.
Men on first. The defense is playing in at the corners.
I am calling the strategy for the Red Sox. The computer is calling the strategy for Detroit, although the computer is doing my defensive strategy. Cirilla at first. Billy Goodman up. 305 hit, is grounded to second and walked today. Houtman checks the runner. The pitch. Ground ball to second. Over to first for the out. Tying run in the game, moves into scoring position.
On second.
1 out, Birdie Tebbets. My experience with Tebbets is he's a good clutch hitter. He's grounded to the pitcher, grounded to first unassisted. 303 average on this replay season. Houtman checks Cirilla at second. Gets his sign. The pitch to Tebbets. Well, saying he was a good clutch hitter was a kiss of death.
2 outs, man on second.
Mel Parnell hitting .291. I would pinch hit for him. However, .291 makes me want to keep him in, and I do. The pitch. Ground ball to second. Out at first. The inning is over.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
We head to the bottom of the eighth. Detroit 1, Boston nothing.
Bottom of the 8th.
Wirtz, Kell, and Evers due up for the Tigers against Mel Parnell. Wirtz has struck out, flied to left, flied to center. The pitch. We have a second roll. It's either a single or a home run. That's bad news. If it's a 56 to 66, there'll be another roll because there's a question mark. It's a base hit.
No outs, man on first.
Vic Wirtz on first. Average runner Mel Parnell will now face George Kell, who struck out, flied to right, and doubled. Wirtz takes the lead. Parnell checks the runner. Kell's going to bunt. Now, they might have done that in 1949, but I'm not bunting with a 341 hitter, but I'm not calling the shots. We're going to have another roll. Those are the results. Let's see what happens. It's a 5, and it's a successful sacrifice. Pitcher unassisted. It's a sacrifice.
1 out, man on second.
Wirtz goes to second. Well, if you're going to bunt, wouldn't you pinch run for Wirtz and put a fast runner on? Just a thought. Evers to face Parnell. Singled, walked, and flied to left. Parnell's pitch. Another ballpark effect. We got lots of rolls here in today's game. 42 is a fly ball to right field. He is out. It's a short fly ball. The runner will not advance.
2 outs, man on second.
And Berry, a 174 hitters popped up to third, grounded to the pitcher and lined out to third. Last chance to score an insurance run before we go to the top of the ninth. The pitch. Ball hit to first. We got a roll for an error here. Let's find out. Billy Goodman, a better than average fielder. If that's 46 or above the first two numbers, it's an error. Excuse me, a base hit. Well, actually, it's an error. Sorry. And it's an error. My mistake. I read the card wrong.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Red Sox get a little bad luck as Parnell will face Aaron Robinson. Today, he's grounded to third and popped to third before his last time up where he walked. They wanted to face Houtman, but Houtman's got a couple of hits today. I don't think they want to walk him again. Parnell checks both runners, delivers. Ball hit to second. We got another error roll. This is not good, but the good news is Doerr's a very good fielder. And the inning is over.
1 error and 2 left on.
We head to the top of the ninth inning. Tigers lead 1-0.
Top of the ninth.
Detroit sends in a defensive substitution, Campbell at first base. Higher numbers in the outfield are good. Lower numbers in the infield are good. Why? I don't know. Those are just the numbers. Top of the Red Sox lineup, DiMaggio, Pesky, and Williams. If you're going to have three guys up, I guess those are the ones you want to have up. 8 innings pitched for Outman, only 3 hits, struck out 2, walked 1. DiMaggio's grounded to third, grounded to short, and flied to right. And we have a rare play. Let's find out what happens. We're going to roll one more time. Looping drive to right. Now this is one of those rare 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roll outs or hits. If it's a 6, It's a hit. It's an out. One down.
1 out, bases empty.
Johnny Pesky grounded to short, single, grounded to second. Houtman 2 outs away from a shutout. Base hit to right field. Pesky pulls that curveball, and the Red Sox have the tying run on first.
1 out, men on first.
Ted Williams is up. I guess if you want someone up, he's the guy you want up. However, today he's single grounded into double play and popped up in the foul territory to the third baseman. Houtman checks Pesky, delivers. Fly ball to right. Wirtz has it.
2 outs, men on first.
Red Sox down to their final out. If Ted Williams can't be up, you'd want Vern Stevens, 150 RBIs. Today, however, he's flied to right, grounded to third, struck out. The pitch. 2 balls. Obviously, that means Houtman
2
is a
outs,
control
men on
pitcher
first.
because he would have walked if he wasn't. The pitch. Fly ball to left field. Mullen has it. Ball game is over.
Wins a close one. From all of us at Replay Games, thanks for playing.
The Detroit Tigers shut out the Boston Red Sox on September 1st, 1949. 1 run, 9 hits, no errors for Detroit. No runs, 4 hits. An error for the Red Sox. Let's check out the box score. Art Houtman is 10-8. Martinell does not win 20 games. He's now record is 19-10. Houtman gets the MVP. The box score: Red Sox 4 hits, 2 by Pesky, 1 each by Williams and Zarilla. That's the Red Sox highlight. Detroit didn't do much better, but they did eke out 9 hits, 2 for 4 Lake, 2 for 3 Houtman. As we scroll down, let's scroll down here. Houtman, 9 innings pitched, 4 hits, no runs, struck out 2, walked 1, dropped his ERA to 3.36, 10-8 on the season. Like I said, Parnell drops to 19-10. 8 innings, 9 hits, a run, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks. His ERA drops to 2.03. Al Houtman, MVP of the game, and we will close that and head to the standings for a short review. Red Sox still in first place by 6 games over the Yankees, 7.5 over Cleveland. Brooklyn, 5 games over the St. Louis Cardinals, 15 over the Boston Braves. Just a short review of stat leaders here. We don't want to do that one. Let's do another one. Short review of stats leaders in the American League. Ted Williams leads at 356, Kel DiMaggio and Dillinger. Home runs, where's home runs? Vern Stevens, 29, Wirtz, 28, Williams, 24. RBIs, Vern Stevens, 150, Williams, 130, Vic Wirtz, 114. NL batting, Stan Musial, 392. He's got a shot at hitting 400 this season. We'll keep an eye on that as the year progresses. Ralph Kiner with 36 home runs. Fairly safe lead over Jones with 26. I think that's Puddinhead Jones, if I'm not mistaken. Stan Musial, 132 runs batted in the American League pitching. Bob Lemon, who's doing well in our Field of Dreams League, also leads 1.83 on the ERA. Parnell leads with wins with 19, Kinder with 18. Lemon and Trucks have 17 apiece. And in the National League pitching, Koslow, 2.0 ERA, followed by Don Newcomb. Wins, Warren Spahn with 19, Newcomb with 17. And that is about it from here today. I want to thank everybody. As I leave here with the standings, I want to thank Doug Sniffing for coming by. I want to thank JC Sports Replays and my friend Jeff Hunter. for coming in and watching today's game. I appreciate it. We will be back on my YouTube channel sometime in the next week or so with another 1917 game and a 1949 game as the Red Sox pursue their pennant aspirations in both seasons. They are ahead. If anyone here listening is a Facebook participant, just put my name into Facebook, do a search. These races I follow every day and do Facebook posts if you want to follow any of these teams. And if you don't, that's okay too. Hope everyone is enjoying their Labor Day weekend, and I will catch you all on the next stream. Have a nice day.